kind of good bacteria and bad bacteria, and every types of bacteria produce different things. Some of them produce neurotransmitters like GABA, dopamine, serotonin, and acetylcholine. You know, dopamine, especially dopamine and serotonin, these two neurotransmitters will make us feel calm and happy. When we don't have enough dopamine or serotonin, we will have depression, you know. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. And then they also, this is very important, short chain fatty acids, like for example, butyrate, acetate, and propionate. These are short chain fatty acids. These fatty acids are very important. They make sure the lining of the intestine are intact, and they make sure the mucus covers the lining of intestine, so protect the lining. And then because of the mucus, these short chain fatty acids also stimulate the cells of the intestine to produce certain hormones. For example, GLP-1. GLP-1 is the hormones that make you feel full, that makes you stop eating, and then that also regulate your blood sugar. And actually, GLP-1 helps you to lose weight. So these bacteria are very important. They produce the short chain fatty acids. And they also produce many, many other beneficial, very important metabolites, like they produce certain hormones, bile acids, polysaccharides, and proteins. Those are very important in the metabolism of our body. So these are the probiotics, good bacteria beneficial to us. And because of that, you can see these bacteria, they help digestion, they help our nervous system, they keep our mind alert. And because of the neurotransmitters, like happy, not depressed. They help our bone, they protect our bone, they promote our immune system, and then they help us to digest and break down the drugs or the medicine that we take also, you know. And then they also produce vitamins, and they can become anti-cancer, anti-inflammation, and help liver with detox. That's why these good bacteria they are very, very important to our health in general. And there is something that is also very unique, is that these bacteria connect the gut. Gut means the intestine and the stomach. Our digestive systems are called the gut. So these bacteria connect the gut to our brain through these neurotransmitters, through others metabolites. They connect the gut to our brain. And also our brain is also connected to the gut by our nervous system, like our vagal nerve, our immune system, and our hormones. That's why we call our gut, our intestine, our second brain. So we know we have a brain in our skull, but many people don't know that our intestine, the bacteria in our intestine, actually behave like a second brain to us. These bacteria decide whether we are happy or we are moody, we are depressed, or we like sugar, or we crave for sweet food, or we like this food, or we don't like that food. Actually, the bacteria has a lot of say in that, you know. And every one of us, our bacteria are different. The proportion are different. And if you do the right thing or if you do the wrong thing, the bacteria in our gut can change in 30 minutes. If you do, like for example, what we want is in our gut now, we want a diversity. 10% of the bacteria in our body actually we inherited from our mother, especially especially if the baby is delivered through natural birth. When they go through the canal, they will collect the bacteria from the mother, or when the mother breastfeed, they will also get the bacteria from the mother. So only 10% are like that. 90% of the bacteria in our body will change according to our lifestyle, who we keep in, who we come in contact with, where we live, what food we eat, all this will decide what bacteria is in us. And we want a variety, different bacteria, especially, of course, the good bacteria. We want to have 85% of the bacteria are good for us. We want a variety because every bacteria produce different things that helps us. Yeah. And the good bacteria, their preferred food is actually fiber. Fiber is not just to clear our intestine. Yeah, it's actually food to the good bacteria also. The bad bacteria, they prefer sugar, sweet food. Yeah. So what happened is that when there is dysbiosis means the good bacteria become less and there are more and more bacteria that is not good for us. What happen? How does it happen? How do we get more and more good bacteria, bad bacteria? For example, if you sleep late, then you kill some of the good bacteria, then the bad bacteria will become more stronger and multiply more. Or if you eat sweet food, all those sweet food, processed food, trans fat, high fructose corn syrup, MSG, all these food, it will kill the good bacteria and then promote the bad bacteria, because bad bacteria, they like sweet food, especially processed trans fat, sweet food, very conducive to them. Or people who take antibiotics, always take antibiotics. Some children, when they are young, they always fall sick. And, as parents, we are worried when the child has fever, or quickly go to the hospital or to the clinic. And then we are always prescribed antibiotic. So this antibiotic will also kill the bacteria. They kill the good one and the bad one, but once the good one is gone, the bad one will usually proliferate even more. Or when you eat a lot of sweet things, or some people who drink and smoke, all this, and some people, they eat all the time, eat very late, that also will kill a lot of the good bacteria. So when this happens, we have dysbiosis. The word is dysbiosis. That means there is an imbalance of good and bad bacteria in our body. So what happened? How do you know whether you have dysbiosis or not? If you always have stomach disturbances, you burp, and then there's bloating, and then, constipation or diarrhea, or then you have heartburn, then the bacteria is imbalanced. Or you are the type of person who loves sweet food, or have sweet tooth. Actually, not you who have sweet tooth, it's the bacteria, your second brain telling you, hey, you love this food, because they want to eat, so they tell you to eat. So some people, they like junk food, they like snacks. All these are bacteria decided, And then when you have a lot of bad bacteria, your body cannot produce, your intestine cannot produce certain hormones that helps you to burn fat and control your appetite, then your weight come on. And then you also don't sleep well, and you are lethargic, always no mood, no energy, and then you have skin irritation, itchy, and then you have pimples, you have acne, and some people even have anxiety, depression, fall sick easily, and then they are allergic to food, allergic to this, sensitive to that. When you have all these things, chances are high that your bacteria are not in harmony. The kampong in your intestine is not peaceful. Yeah. And if we don't do things about it, slowly it will develop into established diseases like obesity. Obesity is a kind of diseases, diabetes, even cancer, Alzheimer's especially, or allergies, atherosclerosis, that means hardening of your arteries, and hypertension, metabolic syndrome, autoimmune diseases, liver problem. All these have connection with dysbiosis. Yeah. So this bacteria in our body is so very important. It decides our health, and it decides our thinking, our preference, our mind. Yeah. So that's why we call it the second brain. And then also when there is dysbiosis, when there is imbalance of bacteria, our brain, there is a layer of protection. It prevents the blood from going into the brain. I mean, not from the blood vessels that supply the brain. There's another, the infusion of blood into the brain. So when there is dysbiosis, that barrier becomes very weak, and then our body fluid, the blood can just easily go into the brain, not through the blood vessels. Yeah. And then your brain becomes inflamed, and that will lead to early onset of maybe Parkinson's disease or Alzheimer's or depression or anxiety or things like that. Yeah. So these are things that you can see when people have acne, or they have, skin reaction. Then, bacteria plays a big part on that. We have to really you must still see doctor. Bacteria is not the only thing that happens there, but it's one of the things that happens, So usually a lot of diseases, it's not like one thing that causes these diseases, is a multifactorial things. So bacteria is something that in our body that we need to fix. That obesity, especially increase in the visceral fat, depression, Alzheimer's. So what can we do? if we know that we have all these signs, and then we know that our bacteria may be imbalanced, and then our people around us are like that. So what can we do? First, we have to change lifestyle. Lifestyle is very important. We have to change. First thing we change is what we eat. Let the food be thy medicine. We have to change the food. We have to avoid the food that bad bacteria prefer. We have to take more of the food that the good bacteria like, especially fibrous food. Food with a lot of fibers, like green leafy vegetables like onion, garlic, mushroom. All these have high fiber one, yeah. So and then you see, especially fiber that is there are different kind of fiber, huh? Inulin is one of the fibers that the good bacteria like, or grains, yeah, grains and fruits that has low sugar, or fermented food. Or then you have to have good rest, because when you are resting, the bacteria also rest. Usually when we eat, especially when we eat, our body is going into a rhythm one. So now we eat, our body is active, or our digestion, do this, a lot of work doing. Then we should give our body a time in between meal, so that the body can rejuvenate, recover from all the work. So we must have enough sleep, must have enough exercise, and fasting is something very good. Like we said, when we eat, the body, we put the body into work, everything is active working. So we need to fast, or time period where there's no food. The longer, maybe the better. There is some certain time at night, especially during the midnight, when the day is very dark, when our hormone melatonin increase very high and growth hormone rises. There is a time when our body recover, repair, and rejuvenate. So that is the time we should fast, yeah. And we should have good association, good social network, maybe have a pet or something like that, yeah. So change the lifestyle. And what we can do here, we have a program for people where we tell you to do these 6 things, like exercise, like what I said just now, manage your stress, maybe meditate or listen to music, have some me time, have good sleep before 12 a.m. especially, yeah. Good sleep in dark, and then mindset, very important. Mix with people who are positive, listen to positive things. Don't listen to negative things. When you watch movie or watch YouTube, watch things that make you happy, make you improve, make you positive, and then always talk positive to yourself. And then also we must change our food and change our meal time, yeah. And we have this Nutrilite to boost our effort. Yeah, this thing is like you go to school, and the Nutrilite is like you take tuition. Then your body will be even stronger. Yeah. So the first thing I would suggest you all change is your breakfast. I think it is very good to get Gut Pro breakfast. So in the Gut Pro breakfast, we have protein, we have probiotics, and we have fiber. So early in the morning, we want to change the bacteria. Remember, your good effort, it takes about 30 minutes and your bacteria can change already, yeah. So Gut Pro breakfast is, we have this juice recipe where, there's a combination. If you want this juice recipe, you can go back to the person who invite you here. We all have this recipe, yeah. So you can choose any one of this recipe for that morning. Like, say, for example, today you choose this one, tomorrow you choose this one, day after you choose this one, and then this one, and then you can change every time, yeah, the combination of recipe. And then you mix it, you can put in like 300 ml of water into this mix, and then you add in 1 sachet of the probiotic, 1 sachet of the fiber powder, and 1 scoop of the protein powder. What do they do? I'll tell you what these do later. I forgot to say, it is advisable that when you wake up early in the morning, empty stomach, take a glass of good water, like East Spring water, because they have all the minerals there, and they get rid of all the drugs and the hormones and the microplastics from the water. Then you can either add a little bit of apple cider vinegar, or maybe put some lemon juice, drink 1 glass, a big glass, and then you go for your exercise a little bit. and then you come back and take your breakfast. This is a good breakfast. Actually, it's better than we go and have toast lah, French toast lah, nasi lemak, char kway teow. That is really, really bad. Those breakfasts actually feed your bad bacteria, So maybe not sacrifice, reinvest your breakfast. Now, this is our probiotic. Our probiotic, we have 5 hero strains in there, 6.3 billion the FCU, like means a lot of them, and they stick to the gut. When they go through the stomach acid without being digested, and they will be delivered to our intestine, and they will stick to the wall of the intestine to protect the intestine. They will produce all the short chain fatty acids, all the metabolites that protect the intestines. And then we have fiber. This fiber is to feed the good bacteria, not only the good bacteria that we have just taken from the probiotic, but the good bacteria already existing in our intestine, especially inulin from the chicory root. So inulin is the fiber that the good bacteria love most. And then digestive resistant maltodextrin. This is totally different from maltodextrin. This is resistant maltodextrin, which is good for the good bacteria. And then we have the gum. These are all fiber that is good for the good bacteria. And then we put in the protein. Now, of course, we know protein are very important for build up your skin and muscles and all that. But Nutrilite protein is very special because no other protein can beat Nutrilite protein, because Nutrilite protein have this PDCAAS1. That means the whole protein that you have taken, you consume will be absorbed into our body. The quality is even better than the bird nest protein. Now we have something very new and very interesting. It's called Digest 50. I think you all have already. I hope you all have already tried it. It tastes really very, very nice. I now put this Digest 50 in my yogurt and put with the seeds and nuts and eat together. Very yummy. So this Digest 50, they optimize you see, like I said, our body actually follow a rhythm of makan, tak makan, makan, tak makan. There is a rhythm, eat and then we stop and then eat. So this Digest 50, they have a lot of ingredient. 50 because there are 50 over ingredients inside this one. It helps to keep the rhythm of our gut, and then it helps our gut to digest the food fully. And then also it makes the ecosystem. They are like peacemaker. You send it to the kampong in your intestine, so they make peace with everyone, every tribes, and everyone live harmoniously together. So inside this Digestive 50, they have 7 groups of plants and herbs that helps the good bacteria to flourish and grow and make the environment good for the bacteria. 7 groups, like they have prebiotic fiber. This is to feed the bacteria. Then they have veggies and fruits. There's spices. This one makes this Digest 50 taste really very nice and smell really very good. Spice blend, and then they have alkaline green blend. They have purifying blend. They have revitalizing blend. They have relaxing blend. All these plants have their own function. 50 more plants, more than 50 plants in that 50 Digest. I really suggest you all try. You can put it in your drink. You can put it in your yogurt. You can even put it into your Gut Pro shake. It tastes really good. And another suggestion, if you want, is that you can also take FOS. This FOS, what it does is it's a prebiotic. It's also fiber, but it especially feed a special kind of bacteria we call Akkermansia or AKK. This AKK bacteria is a slimming bacteria. This bacteria will help our intestine cell, the L cell, to produce GLP-1. GLP-1 will control your appetite and will control your insulin also. So then the insulin doesn't spike, and then it control your blood sugar, and it tastes really nice. So you can also add on the FOS if you want. If you have children, then the probiotic is in this product. A little bit of probiotic, like 1 billion, only children may not need a lot. They have zinc, D3, and C. These are very good for immune system, but probiotic in children are like that. So how does this probiotic, prebiotic, and all these supplement work? For example, this is our intestine, and inside our intestine, there are good bacteria. There are already bad bacteria. Now, dysbiosis happens already. Yeah. So let's say you eat a lot of char kway teow, you eat a lot of processed food, you eat a lot of sweet, all the gassy drink and then eat very late so when this happens, bad bacteria start to proliferate, grow a lot in your gut, and you have dysbiosis. So now your gut will be inflamed. The wall of the gut will be inflamed. And when they inflame, one thing happen is they will start to have leaky gut. The gap in between the cells becomes more wider. So when there is leaky gut, before the food can be fully digested, sometimes they escape into the blood through the leaky gut. And when that happens, your whole body will be inflamed, low-grade chronic inflammation. That means it's low-grade. It doesn't give you a lot of problem. You don't notice the problem until it becomes too severe. So it's low-grade and it's always there. So that's why low-grade chronic inflammation will eventually lead to all the autoimmune condition, the anxiety, the Alzheimer's and all that. Now, then we don't know. We thought, oh, it just happened yesterday. Actually, it takes some time to happen. So this is what happened when there's dysbiosis, imbalance of your bacteria. Now you take probiotic. In our probiotic, there are 5 good strains of bacteria. Some people, they say, I make my own yogurt. But when you make your own yogurt, you do not know what bacteria is in the yogurt. So, but here we have a specific kind of 5 bacteria, good bacteria. I always say this good bacteria because I can never remember the name. So I say they are like the army, the Air Force, the Navy, the special squad, the bomber. They send it to our gut. When we take the probiotic, that means we send all this squad into our gut, and they don't come alone. They come in a lot. The billions of them come into our guts, start to fight away the bad bacteria. Then, not only that, when you take the fiber, it's like you send food to the good bacteria. You support the good bacteria, back up the good bacteria. And then now if you add the Digest 50, that means you create a good environment in our gut also. So when we send all this to the gut, what happened is that the inflammation start to go away. So the gut is not inflamed anymore. We start to take protein. And when we take protein, we help healing. So the wall of the gut, the lining of the gut is repaired. So now we restore the harmonious environment ecosystem in our gut, the balance. So now we have the bacterial balance. We have 85% of the good bacteria. So happy gut. Then now you will feel happier. You do everything also, you will be more concentrated, more energetic, and then your mood also better. So what you do is first remove all the refined carbs, the ultra-processed food, the trans fat. Try not to eat late. For Muslim, I say eat before Maghrib. For those of us, best is eat before 7 or even 6. The earlier, the better. Yeah. And then after that, what we do, keep yourself hydrated. Very important. Hydration is very important. And then we replace our food with green leafy vegetables, beans and legumes, high fiber food, onions, garlics, mushroom, berries, strawberries, cranberries, blueberries, all the berries, seeds and nuts, and good fat. Good fat is like avocado, fish, palm oil, coconut oil, olive oil, like that. And then take some protein and fermented food. Stay hydrated, very important. So we replace with this food. Not only we are eating, we have our guest. Our second brain is also eating. Then we support with our Nutrilite, probiotics, prebiotics, and protein, plus the Digest 50. And then you can add on double S omega-3. And if you want to lose fat more, then you can add on green tea. If you have other problems, like for example, if you have joint problems, then you can add on the aloe vera protein and the glucosamine. Or if you want to if your liver is not working well, then you can add on the lecithin protein. So those others is like condition. See what condition you have, but these are the basic. Then continue with this one. Every morning take functional breakfast. That means take the smoothies plus the gut pro breakfast, and then use the Nutrilite to maintain. Continue on. So this is the gut feeling. Your second brain is in the gut. Okay. So my sharing ends here. Is there anything that you want to discuss? Yes. For yogurt, Greek yogurt is good because I think they use the grass-fed cow milk uh, and no sugar. Yeah. Daniel Go, you are correct. We can add the Digest 50 into the Gut Pro protein drink and or anything lah. I add in the yogurt also tastes very, very good. Mm. Anything else you all want to discuss or ask? I'm so happy to see all of you here. What we plan to do is that we plan to actually, sorry, I forgot to have some more things to share. We plan to do this every once a month, every first Tuesday of the month. First Tuesday, today's Tuesday, yeah, first Tuesday of the month, 30 minutes only, 9 to 9:30. So you can bring your friends, invite your friends to come and listen. So for those of you who are already an ABO, I strongly encourage you all to come and attend the family reunion this weekend. Day one, we start actually the door will be open at 2, but don't come at 2, come earlier, like 1 o'clock. Then you can get a good seat and sit in front. Then day 2, we start at 9. Now, these couples are very, very amazing speakers. They are very young. They became executive diamond in their early 30s. Now they are in their 40s. And then you must come and listen to Apple. She is one of my favorite speakers. She's very inspiring and very entertaining. And then Kelvin is also an accountant. The wife was, no, Kelvin is a regional manager of a multinational company. The wife was an accountant. Very humble couple. And then we have Dr. Initius and Jacqueline, very good speaker. Of course, everyone knows Justin Howe. He is really a charismatic speaker. And then we have a couple from not TQG, but from outside. They will be speaking, sharing in Malay. This is like we actually bring those successful people to us to share with us their experience, and we only pay 200 ringgit and 216 ringgit to listen to all of them. And this Friday night, if you want to, because we want to, for some of you who want to do our program, the Eat to Be Fit program, actually just what I shared just now is already part of the Eat to Be Fit program. But this Friday night, 9 p.m., we are going to share. So we are going to make it short. So tell your friends, if you want to invite friends, tell them don't be late. Don't be late, because we will finish like now. We have finished already half an hour. Okay. Anything else? No, So if nothing else that to discuss, I hope to see everyone this Saturday and Sunday at Bangi Avenue Convention Center. Okay, good night. Hey, chop. Just a minute. Can everyone turn on the camera and then we take one picture? Shall we take one picture? Yeah. So we want to make those who don't come jealous a bit, huh? And then we look at the camera. Everyone look at the camera and then put on your best smile. Look at the camera and smile, big one. Hi, Chandresh, you are here. Okay, 1, 2, look at the camera. No, wait. Are there any more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who's 28? 21. Oh, we have 29 people. Another 8 people not on the camera yet. No? Okay. Look at the camera. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. Good to see you, Kai. Hope to see you this weekend. Kai, are you in Perth now, or you are back in KL, in Malaysia? Still still in Perth, huh? Okay, good. All right. So my brother also in Perth. Kai is from Curtin University, and he has a grand gang of friends in Curtin. I think Ji Yi also Curtin, right? No, no, but you are in Perth? No more. Oh, you're in Perth. Okay. Right. See you all this weekend. Bye.